I'll tell you this. They better get it done tonight.
Yeah.
Because just like you and Key always hit me with that, if this happens, if that happens, if this series is extended, something can happen.
No.
What if somebody sprains an ankle? What if they sprain an ankle?
Sprain an ankle.
What if somebody just back spasms?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's important for them to get the job done now, just for that reason. Then, you know, it gives them time to recover. Like I said, you need
hoping and praying. I hear you.
I'm not praying for that. I want them at their best. You know, it gives Lively a chance to recuperate, gives Cleaver an opportunity, and then hopefully you can get Luka back to closest health as possible, because we know he's been dealing with several injuries throughout the playoffs. I mean, countless, but you know, who knows? So I think it's important for them to get the job done. They don't even want to give a young team this kind of light, though. You know, you lose Game 4, and then you go to Minnesota, it gets unpredictable now. Now, I know no team has come back from 3-0, but eventually it's going to happen, Skip. It's going to happen one day. It's going to... No, I'm not calling that.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, it's going to happen one day. You know, things, you know, records don't stand forever. And Minnesota, they play defense, #1 defense in the league, you know, so they better get the job done tonight or else, you know, it's the possibility of injury and unable to recover and things of that nature if they do make it to the finals. So I hope they win tonight. I'm pulling for them.
There's always a possibility of something going wrong. But I honestly, really for them, don't think it really matters. If this series is extended 2 games, whatever the case may be, it's going to be hard to come back 3-0. But like Paul just said, anything can happen. It's going to eventually happen. You steal this one like they stole one. Then you go back to your home court. Now all of a sudden it's 3-2. Everything just tightened up for Dallas even more, even though they're going back home at 3-2. So it could happen. I'm not worried about it though, Skip. I think when you talk about the Celtics sitting around for however long that's going to be, 9 days or so, that's sluggish to me. If you look,
last night was Monday, and this is not until a week from Thursday, so I think it's 10, right? Would it be 10 days?
I said 9, 10 days.
10 days. 10 days of looking at that scout report.
So 10 days of chilling.
No,
10
that's
days.
10 days of getting to know you better than you know you.
I understand that. That may be true from a film study scouting report. But I still, what am I do? I'm gonna run 2 full scrimmages in that time? Like, what am I doing other than mentally preparing by film? I gotta still do basketball acclimated things so that I'm in shape, that my mind is still conditioned. So anything can happen on y'all end in these full scrimmages that you might be running. All I'm saying though, Paul, is I'd rather come in kind of fresh with the engine, meaning that I just finished playing a few games before I have to play you, opposed to sitting around for 10 days. We saw Indiana, what they was able to do in Game 1 and how they played against y'all and how sluggish. It took a miracle for you to get out of Game 1 because you just...
It took a miracle out of Game 3. It took
yeah,
a
but you sat around. I'm just talking about Game 1. You sat around and it was like, they had a fight, 7 games in New York. They went from New York to Boston. 24 hours later, they was playing y'all. So all I'm saying is...
And what happened? What happened in Game 2? Because they fought so hard in New York.
I understand.
They came in off a battle, and what happens?
I understand, but
star goes down.
But that window, Skip...
Because of those battles.
That window was a 24-hour window opposed to a little bit longer window for Dallas to rest up. They're going to have a shorter period of time, 4 days, before they play y'all, opposed to however many days y'all going to have when y'all play them. That sluggish start can come back to bite y'all. Think about it, Paul.
No, it's nothing to think about.
Okay.
It gives them
I'm picking y'all to win it all.
Don't jump on the bandwagon now, Keith. Don't jump on now.
Bandwagon?
Don't jump on the bandwagon now. You said Minnesota, now you said Dallas.
If Minnesota play y'all, I'm taking Minnesota. But I don't think Minnesota going to play y'all. I think Dallas going to play y'all.
Jump on the bandwagon. We ain't got no more room left.
Man, I wouldn't dare. Why would I want to get on the duck boat
We ain't got no more room on the duck. We ain't got no more room on the duck boat.
Why would I want to get on the duck boat?
We got no more room on the duck boat.
We do normal ticket tape parades in L.A.
Okay. I'm here to say Dallas is going to win convincingly tonight because they'll feel like they have to keep pace, to get Luka healthy, to get Lively healthy, to get Kleber healthy. They're going to miss Lively tonight because he has been a huge catalyst for them on both ends of the floor. He's 7 feet 1 inch tall, and he's got kid energy to him. He's got like baby energy, but he's a rookie, 10th pick in the draft. He plays 7 feet 1, and they're going to miss him because I think Karl Anthony Towns will play to his height tonight for the first time in 4 games because they will tell him, get your tail down there, down into the paint and play the way you can play. Dominate the way you can dominate.
It's just not going to change the way you play and when it gets to this. You've been playing a certain way all season, Skip. Nothing changes.
Okay, but I have seen him dominate in the paint before many times during this season. And without Lively, all of a sudden you lose a lot of height because Gafford and PJ aren't that tall. They're more in that 6'10"-ish range. So they're not 7'1" and long because Lively is long too. And he messes up a lot of shots and he blocks a lot of shots. And on offense, all he was in this series before he got hurt was 13 out of 13. He'd made all 13 of the shots. Yeah. So, yeah, they'll miss that, which is why you'll see them play desperate tonight. I think Luka will play desperate. I think Kyrie will play desperate, as in we have to get this done now because we don't want to have to pack up and go back up to Minnesota. It's a dangerous place to play, and we don't want to get into some lengthy slugfest with these guys. We don't want to give them any kind of life because it's the weirdest thing I can ever remember because it's never happened before. We could have twin sweeps in the two conference finals, and we could have 10 and 9 days off, and it's going to feel a little bit like
that the NBA is still going.
Yeah, but it's like Keyshawn, like your college football season when you got
ends of November, don't play again to the end of January, the middle of January.
Yeah, and it's like a new year, like you're starting over.
Well,
and I don't know what you're going to get.
You know me, I look at certain things a certain way. When it comes to the economics of professional sports.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting ready to dive into, Skip, it may be just, whistle here, whistle there to get them back to Minnesota, to extend it a little bit because of the layoff from a television revenue standpoint. One person told me that's heavily dialed into the NBA, played in the NBA, that money isn't made really until like game 6 or 7 for some of these,
true.
for television NBA rights.
Yep.
Somebody who played in the NBA kind of told me that, And so I have to look at
sources. I wish I knew who your sources were.
And so when I'm sitting next to a guy that played in the NBA, Skip, and he shares some things with me from time to time, you have to look at that and say, well, if they extend the series, maybe something with a whistle here, Tony Brothers there, Don't look at me, Tech. Tony Brothers.
Scott Foster here or there.
It might be a tight whistle.
I don't know.
No, I know Tony Brothers is in the game. You look at him wrong, he like,
right.
Well, he be tripping, Paul.
You can't look at Tony.
Man, dude be tripping. I don't know who it was, but they was going down the court the other day, and all they did was like, man, please. He said, T.
Right.
I was like, are you serious right now? So it could be extended just based on a little help. That's all I'm saying.
So are you suggesting that's going to happen? That
I wouldn't be as a fan, I wouldn't be shocked.
Okay.
Because if it's true that money isn't made, they're going to lose money unless these things get extended.
Wow.
This is 10 days, don't skip, think about it.
This is a network disaster.
We're going to be working at least 7 of those 10 days before it starts. So we're going to be up in here mixing it up, trying to figure out the storylines and this, that, and the other.
We will.
If this thing becomes a sweep.
We'll probably be talking a lot of NFL in the next few days.
Well, no, that may be the case, too.
All right. So, who wins tonight?
I'm taking Minnesota.
Because?
Well, I think Ant-Man, for some reason, I believe when he says something like, we got to have this or whatever he
went in and told everybody the other night, let's make history. Okay?
Let's make history. So when he says something like that, all I could do is go off of when he walked out in Denver and told that dude, we'll be back in game 7.
All right.
We'll see y'all again. That's so when or dropping 44 because I had a stinker. And then you mentioned Cat them telling Cap, man, you gotta get your big ass down. You too wide to be out. You too wide to be out here shooting threes. I don't care what you think about that. And then Rudy Gobert, you ain't go come over here with us and chill for a little bit.
Maybe.
Go on in, Nas Reed, and take care of business.
Maybe.
So that's why I think they're gonna win.
Well, they should have made that adjustment after game one. That's the same exact thing I said.
Sometimes coaches are too smart for their own good, though. Until they start listening to people like you and other guys that played on television, and they take their notes, and then they say, yeah, you know what? Paul Pierce knows what he's talking about. So-and-so knows what he's talking about. Let's do that. Let's make that adjustment.
At least try it.
Let's at least try it.
Because everything else ain't been working. Everything ain't been working.
The odds makers in the betting public they're rolling with you because, remember, the previous game was 4.5 points, Dallas by 4.5, and now it's 2. So you would think after what you saw in Game 3, you'd say, well, maybe Dallas is just better than they are. And they got the 2 nuclear weapons. They got the 2 closers, and it would be a 6-point game to not know it's going the other way.
You lose that defensive presence, that's a big deal. When you lose that defensive presence like Lively, that 10 and 10 they're getting, now Ant-Man, instead of seeing Lively down there who's been blocking his shot a few times, you got Dwight Powell in the middle. Who? Dwight Powell. You know, he's probably going to get some minutes now.
He's pretty good.
You know, he started for Dallas. He's been there for quite a while. So now, instead of seeing Lively in the middle, you see Dwight Powell.
And listen, Lively has really bothered Ant-Man.
He has bothered him.
Oof.
Like, he's discouraged him from driving.
Very long and active.
I mean, he has great lateral movement. And he can elevate and block your shot from, 5 feet away. You know?
Because in Game 2, the second one at Minnesota, Ant-Man had 2 terrible late turnovers that set up the big Luka shot, and both of them were caused by Lively. Both of them.
So he's got some of that Chet Wemby, get out of here stuff around, meaning around the basket where he can alter
I mean, he's discouraging.
Yeah,
he's discouraging us a lot of shots.
Both times he jumped out on on Ant-Man fast. He got him up high. He got him. He's showing some perimeter defensive prowess that Gobert has none of.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to be missing.
Gobert.
That's what they're going to miss tonight. So it's going to be a little different.
I'm just laughing at Gobert.
I think Ant-Man go for 30 tonight.
Okay.
I hope Dallas wins. I hope Dallas wins for the sake of Dallas.
Okay, so why wouldn't you guys say what you said about the Pacers yesterday, that you're just checked out? You're already making your Cancun plan.
Because here's why I'm not going to say that, because of number 5. Number 5 is, there's nobody on Indy stepping out front saying, oh, this ain't over with. No one said that.
Except for Carlisle.
He ain't playing.
No, I agree. I understand.
And I'd rather listen to Paul Pierce and Draymond Green and those people, those talking heads on TV, Charles Barkley's of the world that know what they're talking about when it comes to the NBA, opposed to a coach that's just talking. I want to listen to the players because the players actually know. They know what it's going to take to get it done. And I believe number 5, he knows. He knows. This is all the Skip Bayless's conversations is on the line tonight.
Yep.
You come out there and you have another 15-point stinker game type. Skip Bayless is going, baby Jordan, how about
old Jordan?
Yeah, old Jordan. Oh, Wizard Jordan.
Wizard Jordan.
See, you won't even give him Wizards Jordan. You might give him high school North Carolina cut Jordan.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, high school cut Jordan. Yeah. Well, look, for Anthony Edwards, it's pretty simple. If the game is on the line in the fourth quarter, you have to take more than 3 shots, especially while the game's still on the line. He took 2 with the game still undecided the other night. It's just, you're better than that.
Yeah, yes.
Are you afraid to shoot? I don't think so. Are you running out of gas in the fourth quarter? I hope not.
Yeah, we'll see tonight.
Whatever little gas he has left in the tank tonight, he needs to use it all.
I would say. Well, there's no reason not to. I think you got this deep feeling like history is going to occur here.
If they win this game, here I go again with the if.
Here we go with the if.
I don't know another way to get to it. Because it's like, if they win, but if they win.
Well, say win.
If they take care of business tonight, there you go.
If they take...
No, I said... Did I say if?
If they take...
Why don't you just go with the win when they win tonight?
Yeah, there you go, Skip. When they win tonight, it's 3-1 back in Minnesota. So now they got nothing to lose. They just out there playing. Then it's 3-2. You don't think Dallas, even though they're going home?
If it's 3-2, the pressure goes all back on the home team.
Yeah,
it just does.
It does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you can get it back to your place, That's going to be stress. Even though Luka loves to play on the road based on his numbers in the playoffs. You just gotta figure it out.
Paul's got a smile on his face because he's thinking about Dallas
I'm
getting all beat
I'm
up.
getting all beat up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking.
If I said if,
I hope it go. I hope they win tonight, actually.
All right.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.